a digital otoscope. First, an explainer. Earwax, or cerumen to give the medical term, is possibly the least interesting bodily secretion. You can't eat it, like you can with snots, and you can't throw it at your friends, like you can with poo. Most of the time it doesn't bother us at all, so it's also the least medically interesting secretion, but occasionally it can accumulate and cause hearing loss, a horrible sensation of fullness, and tinnitus, that is, a constant ringing noise in your ear. Then, and only then, when earwax is causing you a problem, should you attempt to remove it. So that's what I'm going to do, using a digital microscope, a sharp metal object, and hopefully some commercially available eardrops when it all goes horribly wrong. Do not try this at home. Before I do though, we need to answer the question, what really is earwax? Earwax is actually a mixture of two secretions. The first component is sebum, as secreted by your pilosebaceous glands. This is the same as the skin oil that covers the rest of your body. The second component is secreted by the ceruminous glands, which can be found around the guard hairs at the entrance to the external auditory meatus, or in plain terms, your ear hole. Ceruminous glands seem to be triggered by irritation because earwax is a form of defence against invading bugs. After secretion, the water content then evaporates, allowing the wax to trap and kill bacteria, fungi, or whatever else fancies your ear as its new home. Unless it's an egg-laying spider, which can never be destroyed. No, I made that up. Now there are two types of earwax. There's a wet type, which is soft, honey coloured and more common in European and African ethnicities, and there's a dry type, which is grey, brittle and more common in East Asian ethnicities. Biochemically speaking, the main difference is that the dry type has fewer lipids and more immunoglobulins, which fight infection. However, there's no difference in the rate of ear infections between those with the dry type and those with the wet type, so don't ask me what's going on. So what determines your earwax type then? Well, it's simple. A variant in one gene, ATP binding cassette protein C11. It is a single base change, and the wet type is dominant allele, so it's the most common. Now, to the action. I'm ready to go. Traditionally, the first thing you do is you look in the ear you think is normal, which for me is my right ear. Shove it in, and the first thing you can see is that I've definitely got the wet type earwax. And there's the guard hairs. I'll focus a bit there. And then in the background, I can just focus straight in the ear canal by tugging on the earlobe. You can see the eardrum in the background there. And it's clear and translucent, which is what we want. Now, let's do the abnormal ear, i.e. the one that I think is full of wax. So that goes in there. Okay, and if we focus, we can see it's quite full, to say the least. The guard hairs, which have the ceruminous glands around them. Now let's try the tweezers. So I've got the technique now. Seems like you draw it slowly out. So you pull. It's like it's like drawing out a snake. Bloody hell, that was difficult. Collection of earwax that I have harvested from my own ear. I've divided my earwax into half and half. So one I'm going to test the olive oil on, and one I'm going to test the urea hydrogen peroxide and glycerol mixture on. Time to stick some of this in my ear then. And that's that. Thanks for watching.